Hello, friends, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Fort Worth Roots. You can find Fort Worth Roots on all of your favorite streaming platforms: Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. It's literally everywhere. Social media, YouTube. Just look for Fort Worth Roots, like a tree. Anyway, this is a recording we do once a week out at McFlys Pub every Tuesday, 5 o'clock. You guys are welcome to come and join us. Next week, we got J-Boy with us. It's going to be fun. We provide you with pizza, an audience microphone, and we give away Billy Bob's tickets. Thank you to Amanda Banda. She gives us Billy Bob's tickets to give away to you every week. So come out, have some fun, enjoy this 1980s Back to the Future themed bar, and be part of the party, man. I've been doing this podcasting thing for 5 years, and sometimes it feels like you guys don't want to get out of the house. But I'd love to see you. So come hang with us. It's a school night, so we get out of there by 7. You can hang out, though. You can stay longer. Tommy Luke does an open mic right after we get finished. So we're getting our guest off the stage. What they do is they will podcast with us, and then they get up there and they play a little ditty. They do a little music. And so you get 2 different types of shows every time we do this Tuesday night at McFlys. No cover, just all fun, and no cost to you, other than the bar tab you ring up. They've got a great little bar there. And if you haven't been out to McFlys, you're missing out. One of the coolest spots in Fort Worth. Today's guest is an incredible Fort Worth musician. He's a legendary part of the music community. Everybody knows this guy. Everybody. And if this is your first experience with this guy, you're welcome. His music is very original. I wouldn't even attempt to try to put this in a box. Aside from him being a great musician, singer-songwriter, he has also been a huge supporter of the Fort Worth Roots podcast and a friend of mine. So that's enough talking out of me. Go onto Instagram and look up our friend at BenC Jones Music, just like that. C, the letter, like BENC Jones Music. All right. That is enough talking out of me. Thank y'all for being here. Give it up for BenC Jones, and let's start the show. Thank you for joining us Tuesday night at McFlys. We got BenC Jones in the room with us, and we are recording now. So I've already given everybody a little sneak peek of what we're doing tonight. But we'll go through the rules again one more time. We have a live counter up here. If you follow us on Fort Worth Roots, it's got a motor in it. It'll kick over and show you your follow on Instagram. We got pizza over here in the bags. We got Billy Bob's tickets that we're giving away. Drop a ticket in that cup if you want to win 2 tickets to Chris Young on April 11th. Thank you, Amanda Banda, out there at Billy Bob's, giving out free tickets to us. That music that you were just hearing is from our guest today, BenC Jones.
Yo, great to be here.
Thank you for being here, man. I tell you what, I got an idea. I want to get people excited. Can I get a hoorah or a, what do they say? What's the thing? Hoorah is Army, right?
Hoorah?
Yeah. What do the Marines say?
I think they say
Is
hurrah.
that it? Is that hurrah?
The hurrah guys.
We got some Marines in here, guys. Thank y'all so much for coming out. I think it's somebody's birthday. So it's a little bit of a double threat this evening.
Okay. So it's like a birthday pizza party / podcast.
/ military takeover. Hostile, maybe. We'll see how the night progresses. All right, brother. Well, we're in it now. How you been?
I've been great. Super excited to be here. Back on the show. It's been a while.
It has been. When was the last time you recorded with me? That was at Pouring Glory, wasn't it?
It was at Pouring Glory, and it's been a couple years now.
Yeah.
Maybe 2-3 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it's been a while. So happy to be here at McFlys. It's a very unique place that I think everybody should go check out. If you like Back to the Future, it's you're gonna flip out.
Yeah. And no shade on anybody around town doing it, putting in the Lord's work. But this place is not stagnant. Like, they are constantly doing to this place to make it better. So if you've been to McFly's, but it's been a couple years, you ain't seen nothing. They've got new felt on the tables, new paint on the furniture outside, and they've done everything they can to keep this place up and make it just a little bit cooler every chance they get.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I was really excited about this episode because last week we did 9 recordings, and my mental tank is on empty. So when I looked at the schedule and I saw I had BenCJONES on Tuesday night at McFly's, I'm like, okay, that's good. Was
it a refill? Did you get refilled at the gas station?
Well, it's a friend of mine. It's one of my homies. So I knew I wasn't gonna have to sit here and like pull stories out of you because you're a good conversationalist. Yeah. We go way back. BenC.
We do.
You and me. We're tight.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That song that we were listening to is Just One Gun off the album Just One Gun?
Just One Gun, yeah. And that's the song that put me on the map. That's the song that KXT loved and put into their local rotation. That's the song that I think got me a article in the Fort Worth Weekly. And, started a little bit of BenCJONES buzz around town.
Well, it's still buzzing, man. People love BenC.
And I have to keep reminding myself that there's a lot of people who just don't know who I am. And to me, I'm like, well, that song came out in 2019. But there's still a lot of people that haven't heard my music, who don't know who I am. Even here in Fort Worth, I know. It seems crazy. I'm a legend in my own mind.
You're a legend, and everybody that knows of you. And you've played on some really big stages, and you've done some cool work with some cool people.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I owe a lot of that to the city, who has embraced their local musicians and given them some pretty awesome opportunities to perform out and about around town.
Yeah, and you were part of the I can't remember what they called it, but there was a Amplify 17 city initiative where they were putting you guys on buses. Were you part of that?
Yeah, I was part of that. That was fun.
Really cool.
Yeah, we were on one of the trolleys, I guess, that takes you from point A to point B.
One of the new lines, and they were trying to promote that, plus promote local music and.
Yeah, and so really cool. In the end, I ended up having like a cool little poster that they made, and a lot of it was to hype up the 817 Day show that we had over at Will Rogers, legendary Will Rogers, where the Rolling Stones and Hendrix and many other amazing bands have played at, and BenCJONES now too.
And BenCJONES. Yeah, shout out to the folks at Amplify 817 because they put on one hell of a show that night. They picked all the right artists, and that really was a badass show. That was one of my favorite shows that I've seen in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
So
that was fun.
It was a great bill.
I'm very grateful that we got to be asked to be part of it, and grateful that I was able to kind of pull this awesome band together for the show, and then it went halfway decent. Left a good taste in people's mouth. Little BenCJONES juice.
Oh no! You got to go overseas for that.
Yeah, Thailand.
Well, I'm being selfish. I know BenCJONES, but our listeners might not. So let's let them know a little bit about you. And honestly, I don't know if we did a deep dive last time we sat down. Those Pouring Glory episodes were usually pretty rushed. We were trying to get through a lot of people all at once. So, but tell us where you're from originally.
Yeah, I'm a Fort Worth guy. I claim Fort Worth, although, technically, my dad was in the military.
Okay, technically.
He was in the Air Force, technically, yeah. So we moved around a lot, and then when I was really young, we moved here. So, I've lived in Texas.
So Carswell brought your family
the
here?
Majority of he ended up getting a job over at Carswell as a flight instructor or something like that. And I remember going over there and hopping on the old flight simulator for the B-52s.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
I remember watching it, and then my brother ended up landing the simulator B-52. And my dad goes, yeah, that was your brother that landed that. I was like, what? It's impressive. So apparently,
you got aviation in your blood.
Yeah,
man.
it's in our blood. It's like multi-generational. I got a chance to do I think like a G5 private simulator. And I was able to take it off and land it also.
Really?
First time through.
That's pretty cool.
So if a pilot ever dies,
you better hope you got a BenC on the plane.
I'll be like, hey, listen, I've never actually landed a real plane, but I did a G5 simulator back in the day.
I could sign off on that.
Just tell me what to do, and I'll land the plane for you guys.
Did you ever have any interest in aviation outside of playing video games?
No. I never did. So I have another brother, and he currently is a pilot for American.
Looky there.
So, yeah, he's going to keep the tradition going.
Okay.
We'll see what else happens here for the next generation.
Man, so what did you get into then? You went to high school here in Fort Worth?
I went to high school at a school that is closing.
Uh-oh.
What the hell, Fort Worth?
Which school?
It's called Western Hills High School. You guys got an Eastern Hills, a South Hills, and they're like, well, let's close Western Hills. And by the way, they just spent all this money to like revamp the place. And I just heard they are closing the doors of Western Hills. I mean, I guess the kids are going to go to Arlington Heights, or they're going to go to Benbrook.
Did they build a new high school?
They didn't build a new one. I mean, the school's been around since the 1960s. But yeah, I mean, maybe there's the one over in White Settlement. There's the one in Benbrook. I don't know.
Huh.
But I went to Western Hills High School. I was in choir.
Okay.
I was in band.
That adds up.
And I played the trombone. I can still do that, by the way.
That's pretty good. Didn't even need the instrument.
I know. And I ended up going to a summer camp.
Okay.
And at summer camp, there were guys who had the guitars, and I just slowly would, like, whenever they weren't playing the guitar, I would pick it up and just start to figure stuff out and play chords and started writing songs.
How old were you when
early
that
on?
happened?
I must have been like 16.
Yeah.
16, 17 years old. And then I remember, I guess it was my senior year, my family got me a Ovation acoustic electric guitar.
Okay.
And once I had that in my possession,
it was over.
It was on, yeah. And I would just spend hours trying to learn, whatever was on the radio or like old school classic stuff. And I get those tabulature books, and then I just kind of started to put me down this road of songwriting and playing the guitar, and went down to Austin for school.
Mistake.
It's the live music capital of the world, is what they say.
What year was this?
This is in the early 2000s.
Okay, Austin was still fun.
Yeah, it's not what it is now.
No.
No. But the traffic was still bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it is.
Traffic was.
It's unbelievable now.
It's even worse now.
Oh my God.
It's way more people, and apparently you got like these like killers out there, going after people.
Well, it's rough.
The rainy street guy. But
I've got an update on Austin, by the way.
Yeah.
Fort Worth is now the 11th largest city in the United States,
11th?
so Austin can suck it.
Really?
Yeah, we bypassed Austin about,
wow.
I don't know, I guess this happened 2 or 3 months ago. So Fort Worth is coming up, man, and Austin might have been known as the music capital of the world, but I'd like to see that accolade attached to Fort Worth.
Well, we're trying to do our best.
Yeah. People like BenCJONES are.
But when I was there, I was in a couple of bands and started getting used to that lifestyle and continuing to write. Moved back up here. And
how long were you in Austin?
I was there for 9 years.
Okay.
Went to school at UT.
That's enough to ruin somebody.
Go Horns. I don't know how well the women will be doing when this airs, but they just made it to the Final Four.
Yay.
And so Leslie from KXT can suck it. She's like, I'm picking Ohio. They got beat like the second round or whatever. And then like, she used to root for TCU, had them circled. And, TCU is a Fort Worth place. So.
You got to back TCU.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Yes,
When they're going against the Longhorns, I gotta pick my team.
I mean, you're
No,
a Fort
she's
Worth
sweet.
cat now. Gotta back TCU.
If they're
That's
not
how
playing
it works.
If they're not playing the Longhorns.
Okay. All right.
Like,
That's
the
your only
Longhorns
caveat.
comes first. Yeah, that's it. And then outside of that.
Now, on the professional side of it, what'd you end up doing to make monies? Or can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can.
Can we talk about your OnlyFans account?
Yeah, it's pretty dirty.
Yeah.
And I'm into apples.
I don't know. Where
Use your imagination. No.
Moving on.
I was in education
Okay.
for many years, and I've recently resigned from education, and now I'm doing my own thing, marketing, full-time musician, and we're gonna knock on whatever this material is made out of
Certainly
for success.
not wood. It's from China. That I'm sure.
Probably,
And,
yeah.
It was the cheapest thing they had at Walmart.
It was made by a 10-year-old girl in a sweatshop.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at right now, and I'm giving myself a bit of a time frame, and if that doesn't work out, then
Back to education.
We'll
maybe?
go back to education. We'll move the music thing back
Okay.
to the part-time deal. But right now, that's the focus. And somebody was just like, "Listen, man, you got to close some doors to let other doors open, and you got
That's
to be able
fact.
to invest in time for certain things, for other things to happen."
Yeah.
And I guess it's at that moment in your life where you're just kind of like, "Okay, let's go for it. Let's see what happens." And so I'm having fun, and so this is where we're at right now.
Is there a strategy for that? I mean, did you decide that you were going to work on a bunch of collaborations, put an album together? I mean, what's your plan to make it work?
You hit the nail on the head with the hammer. It's all of that. So I got a brand new album coming out.
Hell yeah.
It's called "All We Really Needed Was a Chance,"
Okay.
and it is going to be exclusively released on Amplify 817.
Those lucky dogs.
They're getting it.
How did they get so lucky?
Well, I know them, and they like apples, and
How you like them apples? Okay.
And,
so how long are they going to have exclusive rights to that?
they're going to have it. And I told them, I was like,
It's just theirs.
It's just theirs.
Oh wow.
And I think that's the advantage when you're like an artist who actually writes songs and puts them out. Like, I know some people are like, I've been working on this song for 4 years, and like they're so like scared to like put stuff out because then that's it.
Right.
Whereas with me, I have so many songs that I've done, and there's always new ideas that I'm not really worried that this is it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is like a really cool thing that I can do with those guys, and
It's just another step.
yeah, so Friday, May 23rd is the official release day.
Oh, this episode airs on the 24th.
It'll be on the 24th, 25th of May. It's a long wait
Just kidding. It's
to put this video out.
it's got to come out before Friday because we're supposed to also be talking up the post, which is on the 4th for the Fort Worth songwriters
Oh,
thing
yeah.
with Keegan McEnroe.
That's right. And speaking of the post, great segue. My album release show will be at the post on June 13th. And I know what you're thinking. Why are you promoting this so early? Well, you got to these days.
Yeah.
You got to be able to go around, get the word out. I think if you're trying to promote you for a show, not just like, your standard 3-hour bar gig where you're playing covers, but you're trying to promote you, your album, your image and what you're doing, you need to put in some time and some effort and put in like a couple months of promotion.
Yeah.
So this is my first stop
Hell yeah.
on
You
the
heard it here first.
on the podcast circuit. I think I have another 4 lined up right now. I'm trying to get to like as many as I possibly can.
Okay.
I've reached out to a lot of podcasters.
Call him back.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, let me come on your show and let's have some fun. And
What's the
let's,
problem? Why haven't
not?
you? What's going on?
What are you guys waiting for?
BenCJONES. Are you out of your mind?
Some people don't understand. They don't understand.
They didn't get the memo. All right. Well, I want to play another track for folks. They can find this on amplify817.org, and I'll let you pick. We started with just one gun. Pick one out of the lineup here.
Oh, okay. What other song do we still play? Oops. We still play this one.
Be Together?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is a smooth jam.
Well, okay, so Crying isn't on the Amplify 817.
Be Together
But
it is.
Be Together it is.
We had somebody earlier asking about how to get free booty at the Fort Worth dating show. So add this to your repertoire because this will also help you get some booty.
Me and you, we should be together. Let's make it now, 'cause it's now or never. I do believe things will be better if you and I would be together, together, together. Oh, keep it going, baby. I'll make a life that we both treasure. If you and I would be together, together, together. Oh, keep it going, baby. Na 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 na. Yeah. Alright, alright. Na 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 na. We'll make it through the stormy weather. We'll stick it out through any endeavor. 'Cause me and you, we could be so clever. If you and I would be together, together, together.
BenCJONES. Get that on amplify817.org. They don't just have that one, though. The one that you're going to be releasing coming up, that is going to be exclusively on Amplify 817. This one they can probably stream other places, right?
They can, yeah. They can get that one on Spotify. It's on...
I'm not trying to encourage them not to stream it on
YouTube.
Amplify 817 because that's where they should get it. But I'm here to promote BenC tonight. So
Yes.
I want them to listen to it wherever they can get it. I do really think that's a badass idea because, you know, Amplify 817 has done a lot for the music community. I know they've put you up several times.
Oh, yeah.
So that's you giving back in the most badass way I could possibly think of.
Yeah, I
love
mean, they
that.
support me, so I want to support them. And I think there's some really freaking cool songs on this new album that you will only be able to hear at Amplify 817.
Is it going to blow our minds? Like, is it kind of, does it sound like BenCJONES like we're used to, or is this a new,
It does.
new
It
chapter?
does. Absolutely. There was this link right here that I sent you that
I've got it.
you
I've
should
got
definitely
it.
check out at some.
Do you want to?
You should check it out at some point.
Did you text it to me?
I did.
I've got it.
I think you have to like. I don't know if you can just click on the thing or you have to highlight the whole thing or whatever. But
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember. I did look at this.
Yeah.
I just didn't do anything else with it.
speaking of Be Together, I just did a session over at Nile City Sound. And I brought in this amazing band, and we recorded that song live. And so I'm hoping to release that. There's 2 other songs. They're all songs that I've done, that I've released so far. But it's just kind of cool to like do like a live session, like, you know, pull people in and see if we can get them kind of interested in some of these other vibes as well.
I also wanted to let people know that we got a message while that song was playing,
Which is not working.
no, it's not working at all. Is there a way for you to send me that as something else in a text message instead of a PDF? I got a text from Keegan McEnroe. Keegan McEnroe is another outstanding Fort Worth artist, a legend, and he just landed at DFW, and he wanted to make sure that we knew that. So, but the reason is because he was supposed to be here tonight so that he could talk up this event. It's the Fort Worth Songwriter Foundation, a Fort Worth Roots 2025 Music Series event. And what's really funny about this is we had talked about incorporating this event into the Fort Worth Roots Music Series, but we never got to a final consensus. And then one day, somebody sent me this link, and it says a Fort Worth Roots 2025 Music Series event. And I'm like, oh,
you're
cool.
Thanks for telling me that I'm a sponsor.
No, but it's cool, and I'm here for it. But anyway, this is going down at the Post, April 4th, 8 p.m. There's a $10 cover. At 8 p.m. to 8:35, you get Levi and Gerald Ray. 8:45 to 9:40, you're getting Runaway Sky and Katie Robertson. 9:50 to 10:50, you get Jack Barksdale, Dorian Marsh, and Max Twaddle. 11 o'clock to midnight, you got Patrice Pike, Adrian Garza, one of my favorites, and Molly Daniel. So this is going to be a really badass bill. If you guys have a chance to come out and support these guys, Fort Worth Songwriter Foundation is a new 501c. It was launched a couple months back at Southside Preservation Hall. Keegan McEnroe and other bunch of badass homies put this together specifically to support Fort Worth music. So you say you're about it. You didn't start no 501c, but you know what you can do? You can come out and you can support these guys. It's $10, and for that many badass musicians on one stage, that's a steal. They're looking for your support, folks. The Post, which closed down over off of Race Street, I don't know, about a year ago.
Yeah.
It just reopened at the old Lola's, and I don't know what street that is, but it's attached to Birdie Social
It's like
Club.
Foch.
Is it Foch?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Foch and 6.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, roll up. And apparently Fort Worth Roots is a sponsor for this thing, and I love that. I think that's the best. So thank you.
Yeah.
Come on out. I'll be there. Yeah, it's just I'm so lucky I didn't have something scheduled on that day. So
yeah, they would have been asking for you, like, where you at, man? Like, why you're not
what's
supporting
the
your
deal?
own
This is literally your event.
your
All
own
right.
thing.
Let's see what comes up now. All right, I've got SoundCloud. I need to enable it. I need to update it. It is updating. It's okay. We're going to get there, man.
Okay.
So this is new music, and after today, you'll never be able to hear it again unless you go to amplify817.org when it releases. And when did you say that's going to, you said May? Or
Yeah,
August?
May 23rd. May 23rd. Major shout out to Pete Waringa, who helped co-produce it. He usually does my vocals. It was mixed by Ty Macklin and Kent Stump.
Excellent.
Shout out to Glenn Wallace on guitar, Tony Cox on guitar, Mike Eisen on bass, Claudio Zavala on drums, Vol Thompson on drums, Yves Roger on vocals. And then I brought in some other guys, Reggie Duncan on steel guitar, Ray Solo on electric guitar, and then Alajo Perez Cuba on percussion. And so they did a great job on helping out with this album. Again, exclusively on Fort Worth Amplify 817, coming out May 23rd, 2025. And it is entitled All We Really Needed Was a Chance. And if you would like to support me, I know it's not the Fort Worth Songwriting Festival, but it is my album release show. It is also going to be at the Post, which is the old Lola's. It is going to be $10 plus tax online. It's $14 at the door. Riker Hall, Dave Cave, and Reagan Beard are all supporting. It is going to be a 91.7 KXT homegrown music show.
So you got the radio involved.
Yeah, we have the radio involved. The other sponsors are here, Fort Worth, Printed Threads, YDQ Designs, and The Proper. So if you need a good cocktail, go to The Proper. It's amazing. So shout out to all those guys for wanting to be involved. It really means a lot that they are getting behind me and they're supporting me and they care.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's excellent, man. That's a solid bill. I'm having some major effing difficulties here. So I tell you what, I took my Bluetooth off. Let's get you hooked up, and we're going to play it straight off of your device. Look for Rodecaster Pro on your Bluetooth. Just having some massive difficulties. Thank you guys so much for joining us today on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. We have technical difficulties from time to time. It's a great opportunity for me to tell you about the morning show. Monday through Thursday, we launch an episode at 9 a.m. It's very Fort Worth-centric. It is all about getting you connected on your way to work, dropping the kiddos off, whatever you got going on. And as far as I know, we are the only podcast putting out a minimum of 5 episodes a week. So we hope you can get behind that. Our mission is to support small businesses like McFly's Pub, small locally owned businesses, and provide an additional stage for local musicians. You're queued up, brother. Let's do it. So what's the name of this?
This one's called Mackie D.
Okay.
And it's just a, it's just a instrumental. That's how I talk to women, by the way. Just
is that what that was?
Very awkward.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
She's in her own world.
As she just ignores me as she walks out the door. That usually happens, too. All right. So this is called Mackie D, and this is the exclusive premiere.
No one's ever heard this before.
You're
so
song
lucky. Look at me. Look into my eyes.
We're playing it here right now.
How lucky are you?
This is mostly me, and I think we have Vol Thompson on the... it's Vol Thompson on the drums, and then Glenn Walls on the guitar, and me.
For the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, BenCJONES, and what's the name of the song?
Mackie D.
Mackie D. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, hold on.
Is that your guitar?
Yeah. Yeah, it's me and Glenn.
All right. That was excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the first time that song has ever been heard by human ears outside of the studio. Thank you for doing that, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you.
So, We were talking about this earlier before we got on the mic, and I was telling BenC, he walked over to me because I looked like I was over there just doing some self-reflecting. Kind of was. But when you get done with a big project, there's a thing. And it just happened to me it's still going on, but you get done with a big project, and you've been focused on it for so long that once it's over, you feel a little bit empty. Mm-hmm. And you just got done with this huge project. And how are you adapting to that? Do you feel that after a big project? You just feel kind of like the wind has been in your sails, and all of a sudden it's just done?
Yeah, I think
just sitting there in the water now.
It's very common for a lot of artists, and obviously you as well. Sorry.
Do you see how he did that? He's like artist and jackasses like you.
That's that I kind of messed up. Okay.
No, I'd never call myself.
I'm not
the
best communicator sometimes.
I found E minor one time on a guitar.
But the idea is that you have this thing that's a big part of what you've been doing for so long. And whether you're finishing an album or you're like, some actors out there doing a movie part or somebody who's writing a book, whatever, suddenly that thing is finished and it's out of your life. There's a little bit of that emptiness that's there, and you're like, oh. So it leaves a little bit of a hole. And, you're like, what do I fill it with now?
Yeah, cocaine.
Is that cocaine?
And apples.
And so it can be kind of tough to kind of figure out, how to deal with those emotions. And I 1000% understand. I get it. For me, it's one of those deals because this album that I have has been done for a very long time.
Oh, no.
It's not like I just finished it.
What was your last big hurdle? Was it funding or figuring out how to roll it out?
Yeah, the last big thing is, I guess I'm still in the middle of it right now. Now that I think about it, not just saying that. I mean, it's going to be the album release show and all that. So I guess I've filled it with that.
Right. Now it's prep time.
Right, but as far as getting the album finished, it just kind of came down to organizing and getting with Glenn and then getting it mixed and mastered. It's been done since last fall.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, now that I have it finished, how can I promote it correctly? I want to promote it correctly and really, put a lot of time and energy behind it. But yeah, man, I've heard that from many actors and artists and authors and people who have these big giant projects they're working on in their lives, and then once that's gone, it's like, where do I go next?
100%. I don't know. You said there's a name for that. We'll have to Google that sometime.
Yeah, there's a name for it, I think. I don't know what the name is, but it's very common. And so if you're feeling that, you're not alone.
Yeah, even non-artists like me feel that.
Yeah.
Well, after that, do you have anything else on the horizon? Do you have some collaborations going on with other local artists or abroad?
Yeah, I do. I've actually been doing a lot of producing and writing. I produced I've been working with a lot of artists. I'm trying to just break out of just not just being BenCJONES.
Yeah.
The artist, but also BenCJONES, the producer.
Excellent.
And last year I had the opportunity to work with Cassandra May Laurence.
Yeah.
I worked with this guy named Walter J. Archie Jr. I produced his song.
We got to find Cassandra. I haven't seen her in a long time.
She's hiding out.
Yeah,
she's
I think
somewhere.
She's taking a break.
I just got finished today collaborating with David Tribble.
Okay.
We ended up writing a song.
Another Fort Worth legend.
Yeah, dude, great stuff. He approached the song so differently than the way that I would have approached it, the way that he approached the lyrics. I'm like, so you going for an A, B, C thing? He's like, no. I'm not even worried about any of that. So the way he's singing the song is completely different than the way I would have approached it. But I think it's pretty awesome to get that that difference, you know, where it's like, okay, I do it this way, he does it that way, to kind of find that magical road in the middle.
Yeah. I found that if you really dive into a musician's or an artist's trajectory, from start to finish or, along their way, The thing that really seems to curve and add quality to their work are collaborations.
Yeah, and I'm trying to collaborate with as many people as I possibly can. And I'm also working with this band. It's kind of a Fort Worth / Houston band. They're called Pink Amphetamine.
Boy, they're hoping that high-speed rail gets installed soon, aren't they?
Yeah, and they don't do drugs, but it's kind of a fun name.
Yeah, it sounds like they do.
And
drugs,
but yeah, it's a rap group, and we just got finished getting our song mastered, and I just sent it to him today, and he was just like, "Oh man, it sounds great." So that's a project that I'm also working on, which is a little bit different. I haven't done any sort of rap stuff before. And then also...
Got to do the rap.
Yeah. Amanda Victoria.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know her or not.
Yeah,
we have
we've had her
a
on the
couple
show.
songs. We just want to do something a little bit different, a little fun.
She's with the Trend, right?
She's with the Trend guys,
Yeah.
yeah. So...
Shout out Blake.
Yeah.
Chandler Cooper.
I just went into their Y2K prom.
Okay, yeah. I saw
Where
them
they
advertising for
confiscated
that.
everybody's phone and people realized that they had a phone addiction.
Oh, yeah.
And...
Go to Big Ben for a week.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And just,
You don't know how bad you got it until
get some
you...
mushrooms. What? Just worked with Riker Hall.
Okay.
So he's going to be also performing as an opener for my June 13th show. And we wrote a song together. So, and it's just so weird sometimes because you want to reach out to people and be like, hey, man, let's work together.
Right.
And it's toughening me up because not everybody want to work with you. And you're like, hey, I'm not going to say her name, but I recently talked to an artist, and...
We'll just call her Idiot.
No, do not. No, wow. She is super talented. And I reached out to her, and it felt like I was asking her to prom. It was like,
That's so
will
funny.
you do a song with me? And because how do you even bring it up, Like, she kind of knows who I am, but she doesn't. And so she's expressed some interest. We'll see if that pans out.
She's not an idiot.
Yeah, but there have been other artists, and they're not idiots either, but I've reached out to some other artists. I've been like, dude, I wrote a song for you.
Yeah?
Like, dude, let's work together. And they're like, wah, wah, wah. You don't hear anything back.
It's crazy. I wrote you a song.
Yeah.
A whole song.
And then you see them out and about later on. It's all awkward.
That
Or
would be
like,
awkward.
I'm like, I'm not going to bring it up if you're not going to bring it up. But I mean, obviously, I guess you didn't like the song or...
Talking about running into random
whatever.
people. This just popped into my head. I was driving around town today, and I swear to God, I was just driving through some houses to get around a road closure, and I think Jacob Furr was out checking his mail. So next time I see Jacob, I have to be like, hey, do you live on such and such street? I'm not going to drop it on the air, but it's either Jacob Furr or it's his twin doppelganger person.
Maybe.
But yeah, that sounds super awkward. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and it is what it is. I mean, I've kind of like adopted this concept of like I'm willing to work with everybody at least once.
Sure. Yeah.
So some people are like, yeah, brother, I loved your stuff. Let's write some songs, and I'm like, we can write a song,
Let's start there.
But like, yeah, let me get your information, and I kind of wait for if they're coming at me, I'm gonna wait for them to be like, let's set up this time.
This is my idea. Let me give you the full thought.
If it's me, on the other hand, where I'm like, ooh, I'm very impressed by this particular artist, I'm going to do what I can do to try to reach out to them.
That's fair.
And ask to work with them. And sometimes it's worked, and sometimes it hasn't, but at least I tried. And I think that's the best you can do, is just be like, hey, do you want to do it? And if they say yes, it's freaking awesome. If they say no, well, at least you gave it your best shot. And then maybe, down the road, they're going to be like, yeah, maybe I should be working with Ben. He's out there making stuff happen. People are always trying to kind of like balance out, is this worth my time to do it?
Sure. So maybe now's not the right time.
Maybe now's the right time.
Later, maybe.
In some cases, I think a lot of people, especially artists, we can become lazy to where it's like you're just sitting around not doing anything. So, I don't know, if you want to get your hustle on, let's go.
Holler at BenCJONES. What's the best way for people to find you if they want to get their hustle on with BenC?
I'm on social media. You guys can go to at BenCJones Music.
Pulls right up.
I'm pretty big on Instagram.
You
By
have
the way,
no idea.
I started a brand new series on Instagram just to try to like, not to like be a adversary to you.
Did you see my syphilis billboard?
Yeah, I did see it. It brought me back to Thailand.
Oh,
And
no.
apples. No,
All right,
but
what's your series?
yeah, it's called DFW Open Mic.
Hell yeah.
And
Oh, I have
so,
seen this. Okay.
Yeah, I've been going
Yeah.
around to
Different open mics.
different open mics and just
Yeah.
trying to promote.
Well, and they need that. They deserve it. Because
Yeah.
open mics, that is a grind. You got to be there every week, and sometimes people show up, sometimes they don't.
There's different levels.
Yeah.
I noticed Fort Worth seems to be a little bit more accessible for the open mics. It's not insanely busy, but some of the ones over in Dallas I've noticed have been like, at least the ones that I've gone to so far, have been like super busy, like 30 people showing up. Whereas like,
I guess if I was a musician, I'd go to Dallas to do an open mic, but like, man, that sounds terrible. That sounds awful.
there's a place that I went to recently. I'm not going to say who they are, but I am going to do an open mic review for them. They charge. They
Oh
charge
my
money.
God.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
And
what, are you kidding me?
All right. I will.
What?
Yeah. I will.
Oh, you got to tell us the name of the place.
I will say that.
This is crap.
I will say that they're trying to like make it super professional. So they have a crew there, a professional like mixing crew.
Okay.
They have,
I guess, yeah, you need a sound guy.
Yeah, and they have like an official like video production crew.
Uh-huh.
So I mean they got like the little mixing part here to go from one shot to another.
Okay,
So they're paying
it's
for
high-end.
that.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
They're
it's
paying for
starting
that.
to make sense. Starting to
And
make sense.
there was like 30 people that were just rushing out there to be part of this.
How much does it, did you say $10?
It's $8.
Oh, okay.
It was
okay.
$8 to get in. I mean, it's open mic. And,
Right,
and by the
but
way,
they are doing it different, for sure.
they're doing it different. You get one song.
Okay.
So a lot of open mics you can get like 2 songs, 3 songs in this particular place. So that's the most different one that I've seen. Most of the open mics that I've seen are like you get about 3 songs. You write your name down on a piece of paper.
But 30 artists? I mean, that's going to take an hour and a half, at least.
Yeah.
At least. I did the math real quick.
Yeah.
I could
and
be
then,
wrong.
And
That
then
feels
also
like
the
an hour and a half.
transition in between. So
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you added like another minute there for everybody, and
You're 2 hours
now
deep.
you're 2 hours
Yeah.
deep. And
Huh.
but yeah,
And you're not going to tell us the name?
you want to know the name of the place?
Really bad, I want to know.
Okay, yeah. So
I'll never go there, but...
Yeah, so the open mic is called the Love Mic.
Oh, okay.
It's hosted by a very sweet lady. I can't think of her name right now,
Okay.
but we'll shout her out on the IG. And it's over at the Granada, the Sundown at the Granada.
Hey, Love Mike, I've got a really cool idea for you. I want you to consider a brand change. I think you should call it Love Muscle.
They do have a heart as
Exactly.
their...
What did you think I was talking about?
I don't know. I was...
Yeah, that's your
Apples?
love muscle. Yeah. BenC's going to play some music for us on stage, and I wanted to use this term. Do you ever see that Bill O'Reilly video where he just absolutely has a meltdown on camera?
We're going to do it live?
Well, the thing that he was really tripped out about is they threw a new term at him, and it was called "to play us out." BenCJONES is going to play one more song for us to play us out. And did I lose it? I lost. Amplify it. Oh, we're on your phone.
Yeah, let me,
You
let
wanna
me turn
do it?
mine off.
No, you should keep it on and play
Oh.
the song you want.
Okay, yeah, we can.
Yeah. All right. You got to tell us which one, though.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to close out this episode, but we're going to have BenCJONES on stage playing some live music for us. Don't forget, we're giving away Billy Bob's tickets tonight. If you haven't already, drop a ticket in the cup. That's what we're going to be drawing for the Billy Bob's tickets out of. You can also put a ticket in the tumbler to win a prize on the morning show. And shout out to Amanda Banda at Billy Bob's for making this possible. These tickets are Chris Young, Friday night, April 11th, and we're giving away 2 of them tonight. All right. You going to play us out?
Yeah, so this is another song off the album. However, this song has already been released as a single.
Okay.
It's been played on the radio. It's gotten a lot of love. And there's actually a fun surprise with this song that will be available. I can't divulge it yet.
That's okay.
But
I accept that.
hopefully by the end of the summer, there'll be a word out about it, which I'm actually very excited about to be part of this particular project. It's called She's Fancy.
Okay.
And it's about
She's being fancy.
it's about just dating a fancy girl, and you don't really know who a person is until you see their room
Or their car.
and so
The inside of their car.
we finally see this woman's room, and she's got like jewels and pearls and fancy
She fancy.
clothes and designer stuff. Yeah.
Well, whenever you hit play, the next thing people are going to hear after the song finishes out, after you play us out, is you on stage. So I got to say,
Right.
I don't have a lot of friends inside the Fort Worth Roots community that I consider to be like personal friends. But BenCJONES, you're one of them. Thank you so much for
thank you.
doing this with me. Anytime we can support you, you let me know.
I appreciate it.
And I appreciate you so
Well,
much.
I
so
think this
thank
is going to be like a Fort Worth Roots sandwich podcast. So we start here first with the long one, and then as we get closer to June 13th,
wanna
the
do
idea is
another one?
I'll make an appearance on the morning show,
That'll be great.
and they come out there and try to remind people and get them excited. And hopefully, between now and then, I'll do like 8 more podcasts.
Hell yeah. Hey, have him on your podcast, you dummy. Okay.
And so this song's called "She's Fancy," and then on stage I'll be performing another song off of the album. It's called "Violet."
Okay, and just remember, a Fort Worth Roots BenCJONES sandwich always has apples. Play us out, brother. Thank y'all for listening, and we'll get to the music in just a moment.
Stumbling, falling.
Take a load off.
Take a load off, Sally. Tommy, load! Hey, what's up, Tommy? Oh, Valley, I'd be lying if I said not to ride it. You know you may know around to be excited. But my fingers here, they still be asking, oh, kiss me, I think you will. Oh, Valley. Oh, Valley, if you're in poetry, you know I'd write it. If you need a light to see, you know I'd shine. Like a timeless city, long lost memory. Oh, treasure lost at sea, but that friend. Oh, Valley. Dance across the room. Your beauty's in full bloom. Oh, I'd be a fool if I tried to deny it. 'Cause the energy you bring makes me feel like I'm a king. Oh, I love it right for your finger. I'll provide it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Huge thank you to our buddy BenCJONES for coming out and doing this with us. We love it. Next week, we got J-Boy out there at McFly's Pub. Catch that next Tuesday, 5 o'clock at McFly's. And the reason we rushed this episode out this week is we wanted to make sure you know to come see us at the Post this, what did I say, the 4th? What day is that? Hold on a minute. I'm losing my mind here, folks. Anyway, starts at 8 o'clock. It's got a huge lineup. $10 is the cost at the door, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and I will be there seeing. What is this? Let's go to the Post, maybe. I'm looking this up for you. I'll make sure I get all the details right. All the details. Where is it? Come on. Fort Worth Singer. I got this. Don't worry. Hang with me. If this is your first time hanging out with us on the Fort Worth Roots podcast, we release 5 episodes at minimum every week. We just did one with Mayor Maddie Parker, and this is one of the ones that we've just been really excited to do, and finally got it done. Oh, Jesus, too loud. Fort Worth Songwriter Foundation presents a Fort Worth Roots 2025 Music Series event. 8 p.m. you got Levi and Gerald Ray. 8:45 Runaway Sky, Katie Robinson. 9:50 we got Jack Barksdale and Dorian Marsh, Max Twaddle. And then at 11 o'clock, Patrice Pike, Adrian Garza, and Molly Dannell. It's going down April 4th, 8 p.m. at the Post. $10 at the door. It's a great bill. Definitely worth $10. You're going to spend more on a chicken sandwich from a fast food joint right down the street. I'm hungry. I'm ready for some breakfast. Okay, we need to get into our sponsors. So, we've got some big announcements coming up. I like to make sure everything is in writing. I don't like telling you guys stuff. Like I finally broke the news that we were interviewing the mayor like the day before, but even that made me nervous because I hadn't done the recording yet. And how silly would that be? Hey, we're going to interview the mayor, and then it doesn't happen. I wouldn't like that. I don't think you'd like that either. Anyway, we do have some big announcements, and I've got a meeting today and a meeting tomorrow, and then we should have something in writing. That'll be cool. You guys know that we do the morning show Monday through Thursday at Hoppin'. It is a badass little venue, and we'd love for you to come check it out. They just got all new furniture for the middle of the room. They took out the big booths that were in there, and they replaced them with lounge furniture. And I helped put some of this stuff together. Some of it I put together incorrectly, like totally backwards and upside down, and Michael had to disassemble it and do it himself. You know, sometimes if you want the job done right. Hoppin' is located on Weisenberger Street, right down from Doc's Records, next to Blackland Distillery, and it is 1 block north of the Target on West 7th. Is that going to dial it in for you? Come on, man. It's a self-serve tap room. They got 58 taps on the wall. THC seltzers, craft beer, wine, and more, ciders, whatnot. And there's more on the patio. So if you come in here and you're like, oh, cool, yeah, I like this selection. Looks like they're missing a few things that I thought they would have. Go around the corner. Go outside on the patio. There's more taps out there. Okay, Donovan Manufacturing. We're doing an episode with them every week. They had a thing happen, and we had to reschedule. It's not my place to tell you about what happened, but we're thinking about you guys, and if Andrew can do anything for you, please let me know if you're listening to this. Donovan Manufacturing, night vision, thermals, machine gun rentals, AR-15 parts, classes, and more. Also under the same umbrella, get all of your print needs through our friends, banners, vehicle wraps, business cards, brochures, T-shirts, and anything else you might need. Find information on the print shop on Facebook at Dylan-Press. Also, you can email them, dylan@dylan-press.com. Purple Web Consulting, they've got my website ready, and I have just been running around like a psychopath trying to get things done, and I have not been able to go and sit down with our friend Jeff and finish this thing up, but it's done. It's beautiful, and he did an incredible job, and he can help you with your business as well. Purple Web Consulting can be found online at purplewebconsulting.com, and his phone number is 817-629-6069. Making modern business tools accessible to the small business owner so they can compete with the big dogs. Woof, woof. Fort Worth Float Company just released a sponsorship episode with them. Want you to check that out. We did a cold plunge challenge over the course of 30 It was 30 days, but it was not consecutive. We've been stringing this out since the end of January. I didn't mean to do that. It's just, schedules and whatnot. But I love cold plunge now. I think you should all do it. I also think everybody should own a church and live in it. I've got lots of crazy ideas. Don't listen to me. Make up your own mind. They've got sensory deprivation tanks, cold plunges, and a bunch of other therapy options there for mental health and physical well-being. So check them out on Instagram at FW Float Company. And give it a shot, man. If you will go to the sponsorship episode, listen to Kevin kind of talk about the benefits of each one of the things, and he also has a really sweet deal, but you got to listen to the episode. I think he's going to let me make a social media post, but if you'll just listen to the episode, get the deal, call him up, and be like, hey, yeah, that's a deal I can't pass up. Just look for, I don't know what episode that's going to be, but it's going to say Fort Worth Float Company, and it's like one episode ago. So, all right. Hop in Fort Worth. We just talked about that. This place is the shit. And if you have an event, then you need a place to do it. I can't think of a better place to do it, man. And it's super customizable. Like everything in here can be moved around. There's a stage. It's got an incredible sound system. So anyway, whatever you got going on, Hop in is the place to do it. You can call them 817-9. Oh, that's me. That's my phone number. You can check them out on Instagram at Hoppin' FWTX. The Davis team, we've got an option for you. Not a option, the option for real estate and property needs. The Davis team look no further than our friends at the Davis team. They sold 2 houses for me, and they helped us find our most recent home purchase. And we wouldn't have accepted any other offer of sponsorship from a local real estate agent because in the back of our minds, we would have always known the Davis team was still out there. The best was still available, and they weren't with us. So anyway. Look them up online, yourdavesteam.com, and the phone number is 817-755-0504. Galaxy Wilderness Disc Golf. Our buddy Joe, I got a long history with this guy. He's He's seen me on good days, and he's seen me on my worst. We've been working together for a long time. He shut down his last business and started up something way cooler. Galaxy Wilderness is dedicated to promoting disc golf to the masses for its health benefits through outdoor therapy, exercise, and camaraderie. Find them on Facebook as Galaxy Wilderness Disc Golf, and I believe their website, I've been saying this for weeks. I know that his website is galaxywildernessdg.com. I just don't have it here for some reason. He didn't have a website whenever we put this together. You can also email him, galaxywildernessdg@gmail.com. He brings the entire disc golf course to you and sets it up, gives you the putters, the drivers, and all the little frisbees, and you get to just have your fun, have your way with it. And then when you're done with it, you have it scheduled for pickup. He'll come grab it, haul it off for you. It's a great little service that he's provided. Galaxy Wilderness DG. The Body Scrubbery on Instagram is The Body Scrubbery. Online, it is thebodyscrubbery.com. Their phone number is 925-808-8222. A boutique and unique spa experience. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Sorry, I just really felt like I needed some air. Luxury foot spa, full body scrubs, infrared heat wraps, massage, bubble tubs, mud wraps, facials, couple packages, and small group parties. This is Fort Worth's option for relaxation. Go check it out. The Body Scrubbery is located over there off of Pennsylvania Avenue. And she is putting together another Fort Worth dating game. Make sure you stay up to date with that. But listen, if you're looking for love, this is a cool way to find a new friend here in Fort Worth, but it's also a bit of a spectacle. So single or married for 50 years, we want you to come out and take advantage of this. It's a lot of fun. Fort Worth dating game. We do it like the old school, the dating game, where they have to choose their partner by asking questions. They don't get to see them. They don't know anything about them other than the questions that they ask. And based on the answers that the three that they can't see, the way they answer, that's how they have to pick their date. So it's a lot of fun. And there's giveaways and all sorts of prizes. I heard from Sandy over there at Tres Amigos yesterday. She's like, hey, can I give y'all some free stuff for the dating game? I'm like, yes, you can. So anyway, I believe on Instagram, the Fort Worth Dating Games is the Instagram to look up details on that. But you can also look for it on Fort Worth Roots. We'll keep you up to date as well because we're always there. I love hanging out with Michelle. She is one of the craziest people I've ever met in my life. Sometimes it's hard to understand where her imagination is going in a conversation, but we figure it out and work together very well. So, and there's a guy at the door. He's looking at me like I owe him something. Okay, hold. All right, I don't think I was that rude. We got to take care of him. Okay, Eaton Data Solutions. We work to have relationships with vendor partners who specialize in different methods of vulnerability detection. I'm not going to read that anymore, and I might need to rewrite that. That's what it says on his website. What is Eaton Data Solutions? Well, it turns out that the people that have been attacking these Fortune 500 companies, you always hear about these data breaches and stuff like that. Well, now they're attacking small and medium-sized businesses. So they will get a hold of your data. They've got clever ways of doing this, and then they will encrypt it. They will try to sell you an encryption key. And if they sell you the encryption key, let's say you pay the ransom. That's what it is. It's a ransom. You got about a 50-50 chance of them actually giving back your data or giving you that encryption key. If they do it to you once, they're going to do it again. Anyway, it's a mess. And the best way to avoid this is get a hold of somebody at Eaton Data Solutions. There are not a lot of businesses that cater to small and medium-sized businesses that do this service. And that's exactly why Richard Eaton started this service up, was to protect small and medium-sized businesses because he could see the trends. He's been in he's been in the industry for over 20 years working with the Fortune 500 companies. And he saw that this was becoming an issue for small and medium-sized businesses. So go to EatonDataSolutions.com. There's a tab where you can schedule a consultation. His team will come out and show you areas of vulnerability in your own system. Don't let it happen, man. Bad deal. EatonDataSolutions.com. Roofing Solutions by Darren Hout. They have got, he has asked me to start promoting the car show instead of the roofing company. They are doing the River Oak Springfest Car Show, and it happens on the 18th. Usually, it's out there at YMCA Camp Carter. They're doing it different this year. It's going to be at Burgers Lake, and it's always a blast, just like the other event I'm not going to in April. I'm going to miss this one. We're going to be down in Big Bend and doing some recordings for you guys down there, taking some cool pictures and howling at the moon and all that good stuff. So I'm missing it this year, and it breaks my heart because I have literally been to every single one. and schedules. Anyway, you can find them on Facebook as River Oaks Springfest Car Show. All the details are there. It's always a blast, and this is, if you've never been to one, this is something you got to check out. It's one of those events in Fort Worth that everybody should experience. And I know he told me not to, but Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck is the #1 roofing company in the DFW. Don't take my word for it. Go look at his ratings. It's top of the line. 817-882-6520. McFly's Pub, where we did this recording, 6104 LTJG Barnett Road. However, I think I saw something today that makes me think the address might have changed. They might have changed the name of that street. Anyway, just type in McFly's Pub into your navigations. It'll take you right to it. It's here in Fort Worth. It's a 1980s Back to the Future themed bar with an excellent outdoor patio, complete with fire pit, room for your fur baby, daily drink specials, and fun activities almost every day. See what's new at McFly's Pub on their Instagram at McFly's Pub. Tres Amigos Tacos and Tequila. This place is a rad little spot. It's in a rad little spot right next to the Boiled Owl on Magnolia. And they got some of the best delicacies in town right there. It's a good little spot. It's nothing too crazy, but it will definitely make your day better. And they have a very impressive bar out there. They have drink specials, crazy drink specials, like $2 drink specials every day. So I would, if you were going to be down on Magnolia, going to the Boiled Owl or Chat Room or any of that stuff down there. Hell, even if you're going to Cicada, I'd do my pregame in there. I'd go get me a bite to eat, and I'd take advantage of those little cheapy drink specials, and then head on to the next thing. You will not be disappointed. Tres Amigos, 909 West Magnolia Avenue, Fort Worth, Texas. Cloudland Recording Studio, our buddy Joe Techie over there. Online it is cloudlandrecordingstudios.com. Cloudland is an analog and digital recording studio located at the heart of Fort Worth, Texas. Just 1 mile from downtown and 5 minutes from near Southside Entertainment District of Magnolia Avenue. Hell yeah, brother. That's it. We have one more, but we took him off the roster due to a payment issue. We'll get him back on there. Not a problem. Okay. Yeah. We covered all the sponsors. I would love for you to come out and be part of our little live recording at McFly's on Tuesdays, if you can make it out there. Really does make my day, man. It's hard getting people out. I don't know if you know that, but something happened back in 2020, and you hear me talk about it on the show all the time because it really is wild. These businesses that were thriving before 2020, it's like they notice the difference. They notice that you're not there. And I know what it is. Eggs. Eggs are $10 a carton. The expendable income that was there before 2020 is just not there. Prices went up on everything, and you didn't get a raise. So, but whenever you get a chance, you could maybe come by a free event. Doesn't cost you anything. Come hang out. Be part of the community. Get out of that house. It'll do you some good, man. Man and lady, boys and girls. Yep. Did I mention that we did a episode with the mayor? Go check that out. And Michael Crane. That was also a really powerful recording. And one of the best ways to find out more about Fort Worth is to listen to the people that are helping keep everything in order. So check that out. Thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. Again, thank you to BenC Find him on Instagram, BenC Music. And get ready for that release of the new music coming up soon. Okay. Thank y'all again for being here, and we will see you for the next episode. Peace.